Is it possible to think like an owner while still working like a 9 to 5? Or is it still working a 9 to 5? Yeah, I think it's possible to think like an owner while still working a 9 to 5. You should just be thinking about the owner of your business as opposed to what you're doing as a 9 to 5, right? So be having a 9 to 5 is there's nothing wrong with that. And I recommend to most people that always do your side hustle or your business on the side in your extra time until that revenue catches up to what you're doing on your 9 to 5, and then you can make that full-time switch. Now, that's not always the case, but typically people are always wondering, when do I make the switch? How do I make the switch? And for most people, the successful way is not to say, okay, I'm quitting my job, I have nothing, and I'm just going to hit the road running and try to figure out how to be an entrepreneur. Typically, that's not the best way to go about it. Typically, it's what do I do with the extra 8 hours that I'm awake, that I'm not at my 9 to 5, and then I'm not doing things that absolutely have to be done. We all have about 8 hours of that time typically. Are we spending it, sometimes relaxing with family or spending family time, which is great. Sometimes we're watching Netflix. Sometimes we're doing things that we could absolutely be spending time building our business. So I would say work your 9 to 5 to make the money to be able to afford to have that extra time during your day to build your business. But at the end of the day, it's all on you. The buck stops with you. So it's your decision on when to go from an employee to a business owner. But like we talked about here today, there's a lot of shift that's going to happen in your life and in your mind when you go from an employee to being a business owner. And one of the biggest ones is just that responsibility of making the correct decisions and also being responsible for people and their livelihood if you do have employees.